We've got more appliances coming if you can make sure they can get through. Wherever you can reach the roof best, mate. 3, slide.
If you can't make any progress, open the door.
Is everybody out? Turn your turn!
Tonight on Fire and Rescue, crews are mobilised across 2 counties to the biggest fire in recent years. It's best bib and tucker for a gala evening with the chief. And a midnight feast has devastating consequences. There's been a tragedy on the Tamworth to Nuneaton railway line. A man has walked straight in front of a train packed with commuters.
The plan of action is to move the train forward to release the casualty so that we can just basically recover the body. And then once we've done that, obviously the incident will be concluded.
Okay. So this is a recovery job, it's not a...
Yeah.
Okay, so have a look then. So we've got the British Rail Police here.
We move the train forward ASAP really, let's just get the casualty off.
All we need to do really is make sure it's not hooked up underneath.
Yeah, well, I don't think it will be. It's my first one in 26 years. Just had a talk to the driver. This is unfortunately the second one of these he's had this year. And all he said is that the gentleman walked from between the bushes straight out in front of the track. He was doing about 40 to 50 miles an hour, and obviously when you're on trains you've got nowhere to go.
They've been folded, haven't they? There's no scratches, no picked up things.
Glenn gathers evidence to confirm this was an intentional act of suicide.
Fortunate if a pair of glasses landed like that from someone that's come under a train. So I think fold it up.
Skull. Up here.
And that's where...
Skull's better than that. As I was saying, if you look at the way the blood is, it looks as if it's been shot because it's lying in an angle that way.
What we're actually going to do now, we're going to ask the train driver to move the train forward. We'll recover the body and we'll put the body in one of the British Rail Police car's body bags, and then we'll await the undertaker to remove the body to somewhere a bit better than here. There's no suspicious circumstances with this one.
If they felt at any time that they couldn't handle just to walk away.
Let's just give the crew that are going to be recovering the casualty a briefing of how to get the casualty up. What he's also done is explained what the service offers in way of critical incident debriefing, particularly when dealing with casualties in this particular state. It's a way of really de-stressing the situation and getting people to open up and to get things off the chest. Okay, and what that does in the longer term, it prevents people bottling things up and later suffering illnesses associated with stress related to these type of incidents.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, can you get a biohazard on those yellow bag gloves into?
Derek, you might want to recover the shoes as well and put the shoes in with him.
The body is given over to the care of the funeral directors, and the firefighters return to the station for the critical incident debrief. Back in town, Red Watch has responded to a 999 call. On board is firefighter John Smith.
Been caught trees on fire, Camp Hill.
When the crew arrives, the youngster who made the emergency call is waiting, so John ropes young Louis in to help.
You feed it through, Stick. Keep going, Stick.
The fence behind the house has been set alight and the fire is spreading down the gardens. The priority is to prevent the flames getting a hold on the wooden shed. Firefighters are cautious in these situations. There's always the danger of explosions from any flammable materials stored inside. John brings the fire under control. It's a nerve-wracking time for him. He's just been through one of the fire service's gruelling interviews, and he's on tenterhooks waiting to hear if he's passed the board. If John has been successful, he'll be promoted to the new rank of leading firefighter. This will give him far more responsibility over future incidents he attends. There's an emergency in a supermarket car park. A young boy has managed to trap his finger in the door of the family car.
Yeah, problem. How is it? Yeah, he's all right, but he says it's very painful. Very painful? Yeah. Because he locked his door himself.
Not sure why they've not tried to open it, yeah. It's actually stuck. Oh, shit. Might have to get the clan off then. Do you want to try from the... Well, try from the inside again, and we'll try the handle from the outside. Yeah, try it. And try it, yeah. There we are. Phew! Right, that was an easy one. All right, little fella. His parents have tried to free him from it, but couldn't manage to actually open the door. Whether it's stuck or in a bit of panic, it's not come open. Fortunately, we've managed to unlock it and just open the door, and the child's finger's free now and in the ambulance being sorted.
Back at the station, it's the moment of truth for John Smith. Judging how well you've done in interviews is always an uncertain business. Today, Station Commander Glenn Miller has called John into his office for the verdict on whether he's good enough to rise to the rank of leading firefighter.
Coming in.
That's it.
Hello, John. Just take a seat if you would, and come on over there. Just take 5 minutes, and we'll review the interview that you had yesterday for the promotion board to the rank of leading firefighters. How do you think that it went?
I thought it was very good. Felt quite relaxed.
John, it was an exceptional interview. I'm pleased to tell you that you have passed the interview board and that you will most likely be getting a job this year. And I would also like to point out the comments made by the Assistant Chief, that you are a wasted talent being a firefighter. You don't do yourself justice, the service justice, or the members of the public justice by stopping at the rank that you are. So congratulations and well done. Thanks very much, and we'll see you again in the near future.
Thanks very much.
It's a kids and cars day for Whitewatch.
We're going out to a baby that's been locked in the car. Apparently the keys are locked inside. The mother's called us out to try and get it. It says it's near the club.
Yeah, that's where we went to that big farm
Yeah, and it's some sort of Vauxhall, so... That'll be the one. Right, it's 201 in attendance. Do you want to leave it here, Gadge, or go a bit farther? You all right there? Any joy?
We've got a spare key in the boat if I can get in the boat.
Spare key in the boot?
Don't ask why, but spare key.
Is it worth breaking the lock on there, or a piece of glass?
The boat, if we could, get in the boat. But whatever.
The trouble is, though, breaking that, we're going to wreck most of your boot, because the stuff we've got basically will pop it open.
Will it?
Yeah. I'm just wondering if it's worth us. I mean, we've got a little tool, we can break that, and then whether you can reach through and get that.
You're going to have to, yeah?
And then tape that up, yeah? Can you get the glass management off, and then we'll pop it that side, eh? How is she in there?
It's very hot, must be soaking in the sun.
Yeah.
About 10 minutes.
It happened to one of mine as well. My wife did it. I know. Yeah. I'd say if you just tape it up for now and get it to your insurance.
Water glass or something like that.
Well, the insurance company normally have it, don't they? It's more stressful for the parents than that, really. I mean, for us to actually get in, it causes a bit of a mess, but it was just one small quarter light that we've had to break, which obviously is easily repaired under the insurance. OK then,
Yeah, cheers, lad.
guess you'll be all right. Ta-da then.
Having been successfully promoted to leading firefighter, John Smith is anxious about the night ahead. Should they get a shout tonight, he'll be in overall charge of one of the engines.
Well, it's the first night tonight being made up as an LF. Looking forward to it. It's a bit nerve-wracking, really, just not knowing what we could be going to. Hopefully it's going to be a fairly reasonable night and not too hectic. But the main thing is the responsibility of looking after the lads and lasses who might be working with me tonight. I'm not sure who my crew is yet, but yeah, looking forward to it.
It's also a big night for the Chief of Warwickshire Fire Service, Brian Hibbert. He's arrived for a glitzy champagne reception, together with a select few from Nuneaton. Tonight, the brigade has been nominated for 2 prestigious business awards, one for training and one for their work with young people through the fire break scheme. The results are being announced at a black tie dinner. Back at the station, it's a very different story. All engines are ordered to a catastrophic fire in Hinckley. The Triumph factory's ablaze.
At the moment, Leicestershire are throwing everything they've got at Triumph motorcycles. We will stand by Hinckley, as you can see straight ahead. Apparently last make-up we heard was make pumps 8. I should imagine by now we've gone up to about 8 make pumps 12. We've got turntable ladders in the area. Okay, lads, stay with the truck, all right? Any particular problem?
It's a devastating sight. The entire production line is an inferno.
1, 2, 1, 2.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Down twig. Get down there now, yeah?
John Smith's first night in charge is about to become one of the most challenging times of his life.
This job's just gone to command level 4. They're chucking lots more appliances at it. There's more officers coming. I think that's 15 fire appliances coming now. But we've got to get on and move these cylinders now.
The first job of the night is to get everyone focused on moving highly explosive cylinders out of the path of the raging fire. It's a race against time as the building is being consumed by flames, which are inching ever closer to the firefighters. To fight a fire of this magnitude, they need a huge amount of water, but finding it is proving a problem.
Ready, 1 to 3. What we got? Sewage back on. So that fire is racing up this building now. Okay, so now is our safety as our main priority. If those cylinders had gone off, okay, they're like bullets going off, and you just can't predict which way they're going.
At the swanky hotel, tension is mounting as the nominations for the Training Excellence Award are about to be announced by Central News presenter Bob Warman.
Chadbourne Industrial Screens, IGES Limited, Warwickshire Fire and Rescue Service. Let's look at what they've been up to.
The Triumph blaze is becoming the biggest fire any of the Nuneaton crew have ever had to deal with.
Okay, it's really ripping through at the moment. As soon as you see it, yeah, we're out of here, okay? Yeah, all right. We're in a losing machine on my first night shift as LF. You're looking at the risk of a flashover and backdraft in there. 2 of my lads gone down to cut the padlock. That's a serious padlock, that is.
Events are getting ever more fraught. A whole batch of cylinders is locked together. They must be moved quickly, and still the flames are advancing dangerously close. Hydraulic platforms from all over the region have been commandeered. At last, a water supply big enough to deal with the problem has been found, the Grand Union Canal. In Coventry, it's disappointment for the chief. The brigade hasn't won top accolade for its training. 5 hours after call-out, and the combined efforts of both Leicestershire and Warwickshire brigades are finally having an effect.
We've probably got at least 2 or 3 aerial platforms here. We've got instant command unit. So I think all in all, you're probably looking at about 30 appliances here in total. teamwork and something like this is taken for granted, really. You've got one team setting up the aerial appliance, one team laying hose, you've got sector commanders, they're looking after certain sections, you've got safety officers at the moment. Without the whole teamwork, you might as well not bother turning out.
Largest job I've ever been to. 23 pumps are here at the moment. So we're talking of well over 100 firefighters here at the moment.
We're on the corner of...
This is going to be going for a day or more.
Here are the shortlisted companies: Alston Power UK Limited, Cara Gas Limited, and again Warwickshire Fire and Rescue Service.
Now it's a second chance for the brigade to win a gong, this time for Firebreak, its innovative course for young people.
And the winner is Alston Power UK Limited.
They've been beaten into runner-up spot again, but at least they've got a dinner to look forward to.
The fire was literally just galloping down the building, and once we knew once we got sufficient water, we could hold the fire with the 3 aerial monitors that we got here. And they're all really doing the bulk of the work. The manpower was purely to run the hose out to get the water supplies in. We have got firefighters now in the part of the building where we actually stopped the fire, and I understand from the owner we've saved somewhere in the region of £36 million worth of machinery.
Disappointed not to win something, but we're finalists and we're having a good evening with some colleagues, so not too disappointed, but yeah, I think we're pretty proud of what we do.
Well, we've been out for about 5.5 hours. We went standby Hinkley first of all, because of course our appliances were out on this Triumph job. So we were there for approximately half an hour before we returned onto the job. We were appliance number 8 to turn up, and yes, it's been a long night so far.
And it's not over yet. There's another emergency call.
On the ladder. Can't believe it, been on station 3 minutes and we got a kitchen fire.
With black smoke billowing out of the house, 2 firefighters wearing breathing apparatus are sent in to make a search.
Martin, disconnect that one there, look. Disconnect that one and just connect it straight into that one there. The one that comes under the nut, that one.
Everybody's out, I'm certain of that. Now let's just make sure this everybody's out of here as well. Right, can we have everybody out of this household, please? Can we evacuate this house? Can you go next door or something? Right, I'll sort them out, son. Right.
He may be dazed and disorientated, but the owner of the house is lucky to be alive.
Here he is. Is he okay?
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to need
Did you get a good lungful?
I think I'm okay now after being out here in the fresh air
Yeah.
for some time, you know. I think I'll be okay now.
You sure?
Yeah.
Because I can get an ambulance to check you out with no problem.
No, I don't think that's necessary at all, you know.
Yeah.
I don't really think
What?
so.
Any idea what might have started it?
Well, it was a ship fan.
Right.
You know, it wasn't much at first. I thought I could control it, but it went all over the place somehow, you know.
Yeah.
And
You've burnt yourself bad, you know. I'm going to have an ambulance to you. I'm having an ambulance to you.
Yeah, we're going to get one just to check you out.
We could see the flames licking over the fence. They passed a hose reel over the fence, we went round the back, and the window had already come out. And it was basically just flaring through, wasn't it? And we just stayed as low as we could and just did a bit of gas calling. Went through the back door. Just as we were getting through the door, the lugs blew on the hose reel. So it's the worst time the hose reel could have gone on us, so we just had to withdraw straight away.
Inside, Red Watch examine the devastating consequences of the midnight snap.
If you look in here, we've got this little
downstairs toilet, you can see the sink and you can see he's put the basket from the chip pan in the sink, but it would indicate that possibly he's had the chip pan in his hands and he's been walking around with it, and he's took part of it out and put it in that sink. It's been isolated. Once the smoke's cleared a bit, we can get in and sort of get a clearer picture of what we think's happened. I mean, it looks like that might be the chip pan in the sink there. So I don't know whether he's dumped that in that sink there, put the water on it, yeah, gone everywhere. I'm very surprised that he's come away with the. That's what he has done with such minor burns.
It's been a miraculous escape for the homeowner and his chips.
There may be one or two hot spots.
There's something up there that's...
Just this little area here, just above where the door frame was.
John Smith and Sub-Officer Andy Lim are making absolutely sure that the fire is out and will stay out.
To give it a good damping around the top there as well. But there's still little whiffs of smoke coming from around there.
Again, we were first attendants at this incident, so it's been quite a night so far. I think it's about 4 o'clock, and I know the crew's shattered, and I certainly am, so yes, it's been quite a good first night shift.
You haven't done nothing. Go on.
The owner was released from hospital after treatment and is now restoring his home. 4 months after their factory fire, Triumph are also well on the way to making a full recovery. Their rebuilding programme is on track for full motorcycle production in September.
Fire service did a good job of containing the fire, and we're thankful for that. As soon as the fire was finished and the building was signed off to Triumph, we raised the damage to the ground, and we've started the rebuilding process already. We're currently in the area that we're going to use for assembly. As you can see, we've got a complete new assembly line that's been fitted and it's being commissioned right now, as well as all the other areas such as the stores that were lost in the fire that have been rebuilt and refitted, and I should imagine that we'll be back in the building and producing bikes again by the middle of September.